Hi guys and welcome to Get Your Views and to this hangout about Ghostbusters, the new two Ghostbusters trailers. What do we think about the trailers? And of course, what do we think about the old movies and how they compare, the hate and all that. So Sammy is here with me, Falagar517, my good friend Sammy. Falagar, so Sammy.
Thank you. Hello, greetings, and I am, there we go, Falagar. And so like what Gareth said, we're going to be talking about the new Ghostbusters trailer and just kind of talk about why there's such unneeded hate, when comparing it to, of course, the original Ghostbusters 1 and 2. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love these two, both of them, as a matter of fact. First one probably, is better, slightly better, but I still love the second. But this new one, it looks good. It's a new generation. You can't ask those guys to come back. They're already too old. They've done it maybe 15 years ago, maybe, or 10 years ago. Probably could have been done. But it's perfectly fine to get this new all-female cast. And I think that's Melissa McCarthy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Melissa McCarthy, Kate McGinnon, and my favorites actresses from SNL. Damn it, I forgot her name. Okay, I'm going to check now.
Kristen Wiig. Kristen Wiig or something like that.
No, Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig. That's right.
Wait a second. I'm going to check because I'm usually I remember those actresses because they're super my favorite. But when it comes to thinking, on top of my head, I just totally forget names.
I got names as well.
Yeah, just 1 second. Oh damn! I really can't believe that I forgot those. But it's almost 1 a.m. in my defense. I can't really think very good at that time. Okay, so yeah, of course, Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Kate McGinnon. It says Sigourney Weaver here.
Really, she's going to be in here, huh?
No, I'm not sure about that. I know it's IMBT, but that's strange. Wow. I would love to see her, and also Bill Murray says is going to be there.
Oh wow!
Not sure because they usually keep those things secret, so. You have no idea. And of course, Leslie Jones is also from, SNL. Yeah, she's also a very good actress, I think. Very funny. So yeah, Sammy, I made it my, like a task to watch the first Ghostbusters movies, 1 and 2.
You watched 1 and 2, okay, as well.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 weeks ago because I wanted to know what the heck is. This movie is about. I never seen it before.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. Never seen it. Yeah, as a kid, never. And this movie is maybe because it's very, very old movie. And by the time that I was a kid, it was already an old movie. So,
of course, yeah.
Probably I wasn't very interested back then, and not that I am now, actually. But wanted, to watch it and see what the heck it's about. Especially when I saw all the hate towards, the new trailers. It's not even out, the new movie. It's already like hate, like a dinosaur that,
Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
like a dragon that instead of fire, like from his mouth, like hate comes out all the time.
I love your analogies.
Yeah. So the first 2 movies, actually I like better the first one. The second one, I really didn't like it that much. But overall, I was surprised, at how the movies are so ridiculous. They really have no real plot. Like now, we are used to pick movies apart. And if you start, picking Ghostbusters apart, you're going to see that they're super flawed movies. Like no logic. From start to end, like no logic, like how they made the proton packs, how they made them, what's the technology behind them, how it's able to trap ghosts, why ghosts are material instead of just, not material, because ghosts are not material.
Hence the proton packs.
What?
The proton packs, the streams is what can contain the ghosts. Otherwise, you can't. There's no way to grab them or touch them. It's supposed to be.
How they what is how the technology is doing that, and why they look so material? Why they, they have slime? Why is that ectoplasm?
Ectoplasm.
Why is that?
It's the Ghostbuster lore, even though it may you know, who knows? Well, of course, it's absolutely false. But are you talking about where we're able to see the ghosts? Because there's other movies like, you've ever seen like 13 Ghosts or...
Yeah, but they have colors. They have colors. They don't look at all human sometimes. Sometimes they look human. So none of this makes any sense. And that slimy green guy, he's not only green.
Slimer. Yeah,
he's eating.
Slimer.
Why he's eating?
Oh, that's the lore. I take it you haven't seen Slimer or just the real Ghostbusters, and then later on it was turned to Slimer the Real Ghostbusters when it was on, I think it was after school. No, it was Saturday morning cartoons it was part of. And such a great show. Yeah, Slimer. It's, you know, I guess that's how he is in the first movie, and in the cartoons he's always eating, and they were tackling such characters like what is it, Sam Hain, Ghostbusters, and then you got the boogeyman that would feed on children's fears, coming out of different closets, and he comes back later on because Egon has this fear of heights when he almost falls over, and it's Egon's fear that kind of gave the boogeyman the power to burst right through the gate and come out. So yeah, there's so many horror, you know, icons in there. You know, like I said, the boogeyman, and sometimes they'd have. I remember the Dormeville, where they're just they're meant to be like friendly kind of ghosts, and I'm just like house ghosts. I think they're called Dormeville, something like that. Yeah, but yeah, that's from the real Ghostbusters.
Yes, but my point is that every character in the movies is so one-dimensional, and you know everything behind that character is that he's a ghost, he's green, and he's eating. And why the heck? Why the heck he's green? He doesn't look like human, and he's eating. He doesn't have a body. So what's the idea here?
It's also kind of a comedy too. So of course, kind of like
I know it's kind of a comedy. Although, like a lot of people say, don't make this a full-blown comedy. I mean about the new movies, and it's marketed as a comedy. I mean the old movies even have like a 30 years old anniversary like trailer or something, and it's marketed in the trailer as a comedy. So
yeah, of course.
But I didn't laugh once. The whole movie I didn't laugh. No,
I laughed.
nothing was funny to me.
And there's one thing: you must not cross the streams. Dun, dun, dun. Why, it would be bad. And at the end, it goes, we have to cross the streams. Now, Egon, I thought you said that we shouldn't cross the streams. Yes, but if we reverse the polarities and stuff, you know, with Gozer and everything in the last one, you know, they had to shoot the thing and it blows up. And then, now, and it goes just like, now the first thought in your head will be, it's been a while since I've seen it, but will be your destruction. That must be Malik K. And he goes, okay, so everyone keep your minds blank. So everyone's thinking about nothing. The choice has been, whoa. I didn't think of anything. I didn't make any choice. Egon, did you? No. Winston? No. Well, I didn't. And they all turned to Ray. He goes, I'm sorry, guys. You know, it just popped in my head. What popped in your head, Ray? What popped in your head? And then you see it and he goes, oh my God, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. You remember that part? You know, and then Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, in which he comes back in that trailer I saw in the new one. Oh, that was great. It's super chewy and gooey from my childhood. So delicious. And yeah, I can't remember the exact words I said. It's been a while.
Wait a second, Sammy.
Okay,
wait a second, because Devin is here. The comic book defender.
Oh, yes. Hey, what's going on? Is he watching? Hey, what's going on, Devin? Much love. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Sammy, I mean, I get what you're saying, but like I said, I didn't find anything funny at all.
Oh.
Like anything. I mean, I was just watching and I'm like, okay, the proton packs, okay, they look terrible. I mean, everything looks terrible. I understand because it's very good movie, so I give it a pass about that, but I don't get why now this trailer gets picked apart, because everything in it, at least to me, looks a lot more funny than the old movies. Maybe it's a generation thing, or I don't know. And of course, CGI doesn't look very good. The ghosts, once again, don't look, real. Yeah, the new, but that is the thing, that the old movies were never serious, and this new movie is not serious. I mean, I think that maybe the ghosts were purposely looking ridiculous, and now in the new movie, they're also purposely looking ridiculous.
To keep to the Ghostbusters tradition. Like, I like in the second one, the goo thing, the slime goes, now watch this. And they put the slime on the toaster, and then they're playing the different music in the toasters. Higher and higher, and the toasters dancing like whoa! Yeah, they're I love that. That was hilarious. You didn't laugh at that either?
No, because in order to laugh at something, you have to get it. You have to get the logic behind it. You have to get it. There's some kind of idea behind it. But there's just nothing. It's just random things put together. We have, no explanation and all. Like, this is a slime. It contains like negative energy. And we have to come up with like
the negative energy,
positive energy.
And that's it. They came up with the positive energy. They had poison.
How? I mean, where this came from? Great. And they made, in the second movie, they made a Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, they moved because they sprayed the positive energy on it. Yeah, that was great.
That's no logic to it at all. I mean, that's a rock. You can't make it move.
And you may not have noticed, but the key, the joystick they used was an NES Advantage. I think it was called the Advantage. It's a new, at the time it was like new, but it's
again random things like put together, like put this joystick here, put this, put that. We're going to do that. Anyways, no logic, but okay. That's why I'm not a fan of the old movies, because there's like old movies that really hold up and how the story is constructed and everything. Ghostbusters is just all over the place, and I don't find anything in it that's savable. Maybe kind of like Sigourney Weaver's character.
Yeah.
Well, I have to, I have a reason for something, but I didn't see a reason for anything.
I take it then you're actually.
Bill Murray's character, how he was so creepy, like a sexual predator or something. He was so creepy.
He was hilarious. I thought, but okay. I like the part because you're an ugly baby. You're a burden to your mother, and your belly button sticks out too much. And then how about it goes? How are we going to work out the sleeping arrangements? Oh, I figured that I sleep like this, and you spoon me this way. But then if I turn the other way, your hair gets caught in my throat, and I choke and die. I got it. How about I take the bed and you take the couch? Oh, that was great. Oh, the comic gold. I loved it, in my personal opinion, though. But yeah,
it's funny, like you say it, but when I look at it, as a movie, I'm just like, oh boy, he's being a creeper. And when Sigourney Weaver was, obsessed, not obsessed.
Bill Murray.
Say the word that she was not obsessed. Damn it. Where that demon, took over her body.
She is the gatekeeper, and then there was the keymaster. Yeah, the gatekeeper.
Yeah. And the point was that she was in that, delirious state at one point, and Bill Murray was kissing her like on the breast. I mean, not on the breast, but on the chest area at one point. I'm like, what are you doing, you creep? You're disgusting man. Like, remove yourself.
Wow.
It was terrible.
Okay, I guess if you put it that way. I guess
he was just possessed. Thank you, Devin. Yeah, possessed. All right.
I think he was just trying to bring her back, to remember the loving kisses that they used to do. So he's hoping that it's going to bring her back, to.
Oh no!
I remember this.
No, I don't think that was it. I think that
was it.
Was a total creeper, and he just used every possible situation to get close to her, to touch her, or anything like that. It was disgusting, really.
Oh man! Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but anyways, I mean, now the new movies, they have like 4 hilarious actresses, that I personally love, because I watch SNL like a ton of times, and they're just so awesome. They even, have like a Game of Thrones sketch right now.
Really?
Very awesome, with Kate McKinnon. That's the blonde actress from Ghostbusters.
Okay.
She played Melisandre.
Melisandre. Oh, the black, right? Yeah, okay.
No, not the black. The blonde actress.
The blonde actress?
Melisandre from Game of Thrones in that new sketch, like from 2 weeks ago. Spoilers for Game of Thrones when they brought up, Jon Snow, back to life. So the sketch was about that, because, it was very slow, the whole scene from the episode. So she was like entering the scene, and she was like, "Hi, I'm Melisandre. Remember me? With a 1,000-year-old puss?"
Melissa.
I'm like, what the hell? It's so funny.
I always thought Melisandre was no. What's the name of Grey Worm? His girlfriend.
That's the red woman, Sammy. Snap out of it. That's the red woman. The red woman that brought Jon Snow back to life.
It's Melisandre. Okay.
Yeah, that's her name.
The name's confused then. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
That's her name. Yeah. So yeah, she was
Caprice
like.
Van Houten? Okay.
What?
Oh, her name is Caprice Van Houten. The one who plays the red woman, the real actress name.
Okay, but the point is that Kate McKinnon is still in SNL, unlike Kristen Wiig, because I do like to see them both on the screen. So now I have the chance with Ghostbusters. Wow. Yeah, not to stray too much from the topic. So for this new movie, all the ghosts look again CGI and fake and all that. Although I think that they use real people for what the real people ghosts that we saw in the trailers. It's obvious that those are real people just made to glow and all that, which it's better than the puppets for me, because the puppets were obviously the puppets. You can't use a puppet now; it's going to be ridiculous. And I do accept, that the movies are more like comedy and they're going to look ridiculous. It's not going to be like the real ghost, because if there's a movie like with real ghosts, how they're supposed to be looking, you're not going to see the ghost the whole time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, because the apparitions are very rare things. So it's going to be ridiculous if you see it all the time. It's not going to be real at all.
I think it's also, here's what I say too. Yeah, the old ones, these ones here are, a lot of some comedy, old school comedy, but also had some seriousness, some frights with like Gozer, and he's Vigor, from the second one. But the kind of like, not the remake, but the third Ghostbusters, a new generation one, looks like it's going to have more kind of like off the wall comedy, kind of like, like the differences of like Scream, the Scream films, and the Scary Movie films. Scary Movie is a parody, so I think it's almost like
love it. Yeah.
So I think you'll enjoy it more if you kind of see it as a parody, more of like a parody of like real ghosts, because this unto itself in a way is kind of like a parody, kind of a parody, and he took it even more further, even more, hence why you can see the ghosts more. They look kind of, like goofy sometimes, but there's some scary ones. Like, well, when the Titanic came back, and he's like, well, better late than never. I love that, and you can see the corpse passengers coming off, and remember that part when the Titanic came back in the first one? Wasn't that great?
Yeah, I remember something like that. Actually,
I like just talking about the mayor. Yeah, this guy, something like Dickless here, and Dickless here. He let the ghost come out, and he goes, "Is this true?" He asks Peter Venkman, "Is this true?" "Yes, this man has no dick." You remember that?
No.
That was great. Yes. Is this true? There's a Dickless there. He goes, "Is this true?" "Yes, this man has no dick." And he's like, "What are you saying?" He goes, "Oh, that was great." He goes to try to.
That sounds. That's
it's good
funny.
stuff.
I forgot my thoughts actually. Wait a second.
Yeah.
It's getting very, very late. So.
No, it's okay.
What did I want to say? Oh yeah. And by the way, in the first movie, what was the connection between what happened on that building with some kind of a woman going down, and be like, and
in the first movie?
Because that was not ghosts, that was more like another civilization or something. I mean, in the first movie, everything else was like ghosts, and all of a sudden, this is like a being from another dimension.
You're talking about Gozer, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the big bad and that woman that kind of represented the big bad, but I mean that those are not ghosts.
She's dressed in like a skin tight thing. She's like a meant to be like, I think like a god or a demon god from like some like otherworldly dimension. That's what that was, and it opened up in her her refrigerator. Sigourney, I forgot for some reason the name slipped my Sigourney Weaver's refrigerator, and what it was trying to do was possess her. Of course, because the gatekeeper, and it has to be the key holder, the key master, and they have to get together. You get it?
The dimension was in the refrigerator, like a window. The refrigerator is a window.
And there was nothing there. Yeah, so that's what that was about. It was meant to be like a god from an otherworldly dimension, kind of like
It's
of
not
like
ghost.
Illyria,
It's no longer
if
a
you've ever
ghost.
seen, no, not a ghost anymore. Not all the time do they fight ghosts. Like even in the cartoons, if you ever seen Angel, remember that spin-off of Buffy, Illyria in the final season, Fred was possessed by Illyria, Rochelle, and she was like a god from another dimension that used to rule, and she's come back. So think if you remember that from Angel, if you've seen Angel, it's kind of like that. Think of it like that.
I've seen it, but I don't remember it very well. But Angel is not a show that is concentrated on one particular thing. I mean, it's possible that other bad things are going to come out, and Ghostbusters are called Ghostbusters, and the whole movie was about ghosts, and all of a sudden, we have like otherworldly huge villain thing.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man was kind of not really a ghost either. He was real marshmallow. Because the destruction thing was, whatever you think of, it's going to come true. Like in the animated series, you fought the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman was not a ghost. Hence, the proton packs, maybe it could kind of slow him down, but the proton packs could not stop the Boogeyman, and you cannot contain him in a trap and put him in the containment unit. All they could do was close the gateway door, in the world where he's at, where he can go from different closets, but, and trap him in there. And then kids' fears, release them. But there were things that weren't ghosts. Sam Hain was a ghost, so they could actually contain him. He's like the spirit of Halloween, different Sam Hain from Trick or Treat.
Well, the containment part was also never explained how they are able, how the technology works, so they can trap ghosts, because you can't trap something as that material and all that. But yeah, we are already, out of every logical explanation ever.
Of course.
But what bothers me about the hate, of the new movie? It's not even come out yet, and they're like, the costumes look awful, the proton packs, they look awful, how they hold the weapons, I mean the shooter thing, that looks awful. And I'm like, well, have you looked the previous movies, how they looked? I mean, everything looked way worse. I mean,
that's
at least,
which I kind of like. And I don't take it too seriously. I got to tell you, I'm totally with you with the new ones. They shouldn't get that kind of hate, because I saw both the trailers, and I saw the older trailer, the other trailer where, before these new ones came out, and I still thought it was pretty good. I kind of liked it, and I like this new, fresh generation of females. It's off the wall, and I like it even more now when I've seen those, because it kind of goes more into it, and pays some kind of homage to some of the older nods of, like, I think it was in the library where the ghost kind of spit the thing, it was an old woman, and then it turned into a skeleton face and spit the
I like that. I like that.
The ectoplasm on her, kind of like that. In the first Ghostbusters, when they saw the librarian and they go to try to approach her, excuse me, shh.
Remember she turned into that puppet.
Yeah, it was like paid tribute. That was a puppet, you thought? I thought it was like a rudimentary form of CGI. Because I know back in the day, they had that. Kind of like the
No, Sammy, no. The CGI, you can only see like the first CGI that is really like CGI is in Terminator 2.
Okay.
Previously, it's only
some
puppets.
kind of effect where they can like post-draw it on, but it's not done by computer. They somehow do some kind of thing. I can't explain it.
It's puppets, Sammy. It's a puppet. Get over it. It's puppet. Moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Years later.
Okay, so I just don't want to lose my thoughts here.
Sure.
Okay, so my point was that they didn't, made the Ghostbusters now. Any different so much. They only have like different suits that are just a bit different with some orange thing. Maybe if I was the designer of that, I will make them, with black lines or something, not with orange, because the criticism is that they look like traffic cones, which I kind of get. It doesn't bother me, but I kind of get that criticism. Yeah, they kind of look like that. The old costumes were just blank. There were no anything on them really. They also look bad for me because they look like they have to clean up something, but slime and all that. So I get it why they look like that. So okay. Also, the plasma thing and the gun, the weapon, the whatever that.
Proton packs, yeah.
The proton pack and the thing that they hold to shoot, that doesn't really, is that really that changed? It just glows, but if you've seen, the trailers, they try to explain the technology behind it this time, because they're all like scientists kind of for real this time, and they explain how they do the traps, and you see that in the trailer. So I, for one, am glad that they're going to explain how the hell this technology works, and they're going to probably have to figure things out all over again because what happened in the previous two movies is still canon. It still counts. So because it was so long ago, like 30 years ago, they're still going to try. They're going to try to invent new ways to fight ghosts, still based on the old technology. So for me, that's great, and it's logical, to present times and to the story, because this is not like a total reboot. The previous movies are going to be acknowledged. Cool, yes. And their legacy and everything, and is going to be explained, at least I think, a lot better than the previous movies. So that's it. And I don't get why it has to be such a hate. I don't really think it's the woman thing, like everyone says, is the sexist thing. But
that was funny when you first came up with your trailer, kind of like a trailer reaction, like months ago when you talked about it. And like when she said something like, and they said they don't like it because they don't look attractive. They don't look good, these girls. And he said, I think you threw up a picture of the original Ghostbusters. He goes, "Oh yeah, look at these guys. Like, these guys look better." I have to tell you that these four guys, are the most unattractive men I have seen in my life. Oh yeah, I cracked up at that, and wow.
Absolutely. I was going to bring that up because that was one of the first criticisms that I read online, that they were not attractive enough, and I'm like, what? Are you serious? Wow. Have you seen the first movies? None of those guys are attractive in any way. If anything, they're like the opposite, like the third Fox, which I don't mind. I don't mind for them to be attractive. I'm saying that the same thing has to apply to women. Those four women are still like 5 times more attractive than the guys were. And that still doesn't matter. They're just very good actresses. Like, those guys were good actors for those roles and all that. So it doesn't matter that they are not or they are attractive in both cases. I'm just saying that why you're criticizing the new Ghostbusters because they're women and they're not very attractive, when the previous movies those guys were even worse. What's the logic behind that? So they get a pass, but the girls don't get a pass? What the heck? That's just the definition of sexism. One of those.
I never really took notice of the looks. I thought they were just perfectly fine. Kristen Rigg's in there, right? I was right. It was Kristen Rigg, because I find her very attractive. I could be quite honest with you.
She's very cool. Also, Kate McKinnon, when she's not made to look ridiculous, she's actually pretty awesome looking. And Melissa McCarthy is actually very pretty.
She is.
She is. She lost some weight. She is still overweight, but she's still very pretty. If she can lose even more weight, you can really see that she's very pretty. And I'm
the
weight.
Melissa McCarthy fan. I loved. I got up there, Bridesmaids and Heat. Everyone, there's some Heat for Heat.
I actually Heat. Love it. That movie is awesome.
Yeah. Oh man, Sandra Bullock and. Oh, everything I like.
Hilarious. They were both so hilarious.
Let me do it. I don't want anything pop. What do you have this? I don't want anything popping. What the hell's gonna fucking pop out of me? Pop out of me, when they're altering her alteration.
Pop out of you, yeah.
Pop out of what's gonna pop out of you? Oh, that's great. You need to air that out.
Yeah.
Seriously, I love Melissa McCarthy. I saw Spy, and that was okay. She had funny bits, but the overall movie was not as funny. You ever saw Spy?
Oh, of course. I saw it, in the cinema. It wasn't meant to be that funny. It just meant to be a spy movie that has like comedy elements because of, real life, because real life has comedy elements. So it was kind of like that, like more natural kind of thing. And at the same time, ridiculous. And at the same time, you have to see it again to say, but it wasn't purposely the Heat. The Heat was all the way, like every 5 minutes, like laugh. It was
and
like kind of like Hot Shots.
Hot Shots, yeah. But Jude Law was absolutely badass in that Spy movie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I thought he was badass. He was awesome. Jude Law, he was kicking ass. Yeah.
Don't forget Rose Byrne played the villain.
Oh, Rose Byrne was also really cool.
And she was Bulgarian. She was Bulgarian villain.
That's right.
Yeah. And they showed Varda, which is one of our sea cities.
Wow,
And
it was really there. Okay.
no, I don't think so. I mean, they only said like this is Varna, and I'm like, what? This looks like the Caribbean or something. I mean, I know that it's a city, but never seen that in Varna. I mean, Varna is not exactly that kind of a city. I mean, more exotic. We have, more exotic cities, but Varna is not looking like that. So what the hell is that? But anyway, she was Bulgarian. She was, I think, with the English accent. And in my review, I said, why she has an English accent? If she's Bulgarian, she's going to have my accent. If she wants to,
she's going to have my accent. Yeah.
Yeah. If she wants to, try to imitate English accents, it's going to be very, very, very hard for her because English accent is like at least 5 times harder to do than American. For our language to come from Bulgarian to English is a very hard transition. So.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, that was not real. She's not Bulgarian, so yeah. I get it. And also there was like a Bulgarian dialogue. One of the villains before Jude Law accidentally killed him. That was very funny. He was so trying to speak Bulgarian. I mean, so funny because he's not also Bulgarian, but he's trying to speak it. It was so funny. He didn't know how to pronounce the words, really.
Were you able to kind of understand what he's trying to say?
Oh, yeah. Everything was understandable, but the pronunciation was pretty awkward.
Wow. Okay, so that's cool.
It was sounding like if I try to speak like a robot, it's going to sound like that.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Huh. Yeah. Very interesting to me, as a Bulgarian.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah.
But anyway, Sammy, so we have to finish this up. But, to sum it all up, I don't think that, the new film is not out yet, and I don't think that it's given any kind of a fair chance.
Yeah.
And I also have a problem with that fans are always like bashing the new things because the old things were this and that, and they never like consider that the old things can't really work now.
Right. Yeah. I say just bash something if it actually sucks. If something sucks, then of course bash it. But if you haven't seen it yet, just because it's something new, people shouldn't instantly say that it sucks. It's going to suck or anything like that. If it actually sucks, if it comes out and it actually truly does suck, then okay, that's fine. But then again, there's always people's opinions.
Yeah, it could still be a very, very bad movie. It could still be a very, very bad movie. Although it looks fun on the trailers for me, but it could still be bad on its own. And because today, Andrew posted a video about it, reaction and all that about the new trailer. It was actually a reaction about the previous trailer that came, 2 days ago. And this trailer now came like several hours ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, today, and I also was surprised, like another trailer.
Hemsworth looks like he's playing the Rick Moranis character. The kind of like the nerd kind of character. So that's cool, and that's different for him.
Yeah, he looks like he's playing the villain, actually.
Oh, he's playing the villain? Okay, I got it.
I think so, because the new trailer kind of gives that up. I think because he gets possessed.
Okay.
Yeah, my point is that people, when they see like movies like Ghostbusters, Star Wars, they don't ever try to point out the flaws in them. Like, no flaws. Everything makes sense. But it's just not the case. Yeah, I mean,
I never thought it made sense, but I still like it. Of course, it's fake as hell. It's come on. It's like, I know it's like a parody kind of thing. The Ghostbusters and stuff like that, and like a off the wall kind of parody of like a horror movie in a way, but with a lot of comic elements thrown in. That's how I always saw it and seen it. And
of course, you can see it the way you want to see it. But from my perspective, I need things to make sense for me to be invested in the story. Because if they don't make sense, I can't get invested because it's just random. Like I feel it like a random thing that like trying to came up with the story and. Like on the go, like a kid making up things, like this and this cloud and this cloud and this balloon and this. Wow. I feel it like this. It's not like this, but I feel it like this because it's close to that structure more than it's close to anything that makes sense. That is what I mean.
I see. Okay, well that's fair enough.
Hope so. I mean, there's always like somebody that's going to say, no, and all that. And I wrote a comment below that video of Angry Joe, but it was from my ZenaGK account, and of course I got responses, like 2 of them.
Really, you got a response? Okay.
Yeah, and just wait a second if I can find them. They're very, very interesting.
Are they mean?
No.
Okay.
This time, no.
Okay, this time no. Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah, I am trying to not comment very often.
What do you in a GK sometimes to comment? Is it trying to mask who you are, or you just?
I'm just using it. At work mostly. That profile.
Okay.
I have most of my subscribers, not subscribers, but subscriptions.
Subscribers.
I mean, I have the most people that I subscribe to there, so I can watch, till I work. Let's see now. So I wrote the original.
I should take this off. There we go. I'm sorry. Let's take it off like at the end. Okay.
No worries, Sammy. So I wrote the original movies look far worse and are far more illogical and ridiculous than this. The new movie at least seemed to try to explain the technology behind the capturing of the ghost and all that. What we were talking about. Right. The old movies were just like, hey, we made proton packs. They fight ghosts. Yay! Yeah. There was no logic given why the ghosts are so material and yucky and really slime. This new movie continues the material and slime thing, but at least it looks a lot more together as a story and a lot more fun, to me at least. And Joe, Angry Joe, I mean, I'm turning to him. The costumes and the weapons of the original movies also look bad and stupid. So go back and look how dated those movies are. That was a different century even, for goodness sakes. I mean, that was because I was really had enough from the hate and all that. So I just went straight to the point. So someone wrote, this movie shouldn't even be considered Ghostbusters. They turned a serious yet funny at times movie into a full-blown comedy. The second comment was, that doesn't give a reason why you make the whole damn movie an idiotic comedy. So an idiotic comedy, but the previous movies didn't make any sense. Okay. So I wrote, you don't know whether or not it's a full-blown comedy yet. Yeah, because we don't know. I mean, they could have picked up all the funny things and put them into the trailer. We never know. The trailers make it look that way, but who knows? The original movies are also marked as a comedy, like we discussed. If you saw the 30th anniversary trailer, anyone can be 4 people with ghost-busting guns. It's just a matter of who can take the job, as the new movie seems to present, because they also market it as, who is going to take this, who are you going to call and all that. The film looks modern, and with the modern special effects, they do look artificial, but the original did too. Only now they're doing the ridiculous part with the present technology, how they did back then with theirs. Ghostbusters were never serious movies anyways. They were absurd in any way you look at them. So what do you prefer, a serious movie with 4 new guys, or what's the big difference? So I basically meant that we are back to the thing that what is the big difference here really, except the fact that we are using our new technology now. What's the big difference? It's coming down to the girls again. Is it because they're girls and it's too much comedy, or what? What's the problem? What's the next problem now? They didn't reply. They didn't reply yet.
Here's one thing also that I see too, and I like them both. Of course, my original Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and of course, I'm more than willing to give a chance to the new ones. I have nothing against what I saw in the previews and trailers and stuff. I really like it, but it's kind of in terms of the logic thing, because I know you keep talking about with the logic. For me too, though, is if I love. Do you like Star Trek, and you like Star Wars and Star Trek and all that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you love all that. I mean, I love them too.
Yeah, I love the new Star Trek.
A lot of things aren't explained either. How they're able to transport or a lightsaber. They don't go into detail, but you see it, and it doesn't. I still like it, but how about you though?
For what? I was reading the comment of Comic Book Defender actually.
Oh, okay. Kind of like kind of like how the proton packs aren't explained how they can do what they can do, but then they didn't really explain like for lightsabers and the blasters or how is the ship, like Millennium Falcon and all their TIE Fighter and all the ships and stuff, how they're able to go into space, and they don't explain any of that either. But I still like them.
Well, Sammy, it's a time with technology. It's logical that lasers and all that is going to be the next thing. So it's self-explanatory. But Ghostbusters, that is something that is new. That is technology that never exists before. It's not self-explanatory. It needs to be explained. So
what about Iron Man?
Iron Man, of course, and he explained it. He created the suit in a cave. He was, made to do that, and we know that he's very talented guy that can create things and figure things out. And how he made even the next crystal that powered the costume. They explained that. Even his computer, explained that and all that. So everything is explained that there, Sammy, with Iron Man. There's no need to. And Ghostbusters are just like, those are our proton packs. Let's go! Like literally, that was it. That was what it was.
I gotta see this one again. But Egon never explained it, huh? I always thought he did, but maybe I'm wrong.
No. See it again. See it again.
Oh, see it again. Okay.
See it again, yeah. Because I just recently saw it. Like I said, like a couple of weeks ago. So it's very fresh to me. That's why I'm talking so much. Okay, let's see what Comic Defender said, and I have to close this up because it's already 20 minutes.
Is he watching? Comic Defender is watching, right?
Oh yeah, he's watching. So he said, I like the graphics of the new, but as African American, I don't care for Leslie Jones' portrayal. She does too many stereotypical roles, including Ghostbusters. That's embarrassing and offensive. The jokes from the other hilarious woman fell flat, and it doesn't seem to have its own identity. I would have preferred a continuation story. Well, okay, so you have your own position about Leslie Jones. I can understand that. Yeah, she does like stereotypical stuff, yeah. But, this is a continuation of the story, just like 30 years later, and that's the only continuation that it could be done, because we can't have, the old guys going around with proton packs and all that. So this acknowledges the previous movies and continues,
I think they're trying to have like a female counterpart of what was in the original. You had Leslie Jones as the Winston, played, of course, by, God damn it, I can't remember his name now. Ernie Hudson, right? That character. And you had, I think, Melissa McCarthy is supposed to be playing like the Ray kind of character, Dan Aykroyd. They had, I think it was Kristen Ray, right, with the smart and the glasses, to be the Egon Spengler. So they always have like they're trying to have like a female counterpart of what was in the male. I think that's all that they were trying to do. That's perfectly fine. That's cool. I thought Ernie Hudson was fantastic as Winston. I was a fan of Winston, even in the animated stuff like that. And Ernie Hudson's a great actor. Hand that rocks the cradle.
Okay, Sammy. Yeah, I think that they're kind of trying to make the female, versions of the male characters in a way. Also, for the jokes part, for me, they didn't fall flat. I mean, I like the jokes, no problem there. It's Paul Feig, or Paul Feig, it's the director of Spy and other movies that I really, really like. So for me, that works. I mean, that's a matter of personal opinion and how you can see comedy. So that is one of the types of comedy that I like. So for me, that's okay. That's okay for me. I mean, that's purely like preference now. Not a matter of logical something, but just a pure preference. Okay, so just let me see if I got like something like a last comment, and we have to go. Oh, he said something else. I didn't know that it was a continuation. Thanks. Yeah. That's why I try to be always informed, because it's very important. And maybe most of the general public are not so well informed, and they think that they're scrapping the old movies. No. This is acknowledging the previous movies, and they just try to. It's like something happened 30 years ago. Something happened, and there was guys that figured things out and thought, ghosts. And now 30 years later, ghosts are out again, and they're showing themselves in the world.
They bring it up in the trailers. They talk about how we're needed again. This needed again. This
yeah,
is
yeah. Yeah, and even the first trailer started with 30 years, before 30 years or something. So now there's like, just happen to be women, you know, those 4 women that know how to, I mean, they try to figure things out again so they can do that same thing, and they think that they have to take things in their own hands, maybe because they're the only one that can, figure things out with science. So, yeah, and if how it says, you know, at IMDb that Sigourney Weaver and Bill Murray are in the movie, this is going to be one more confirmation that this is a continuation and not complete, you know, delete of the whole the movies. So yeah. Okay, Sammy. So let's you can say something, and we can close this.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'll just close by saying I'm a fan of the originals 1 and 2, fan of the real Ghostbusters, and I still want to get that Firehouse edition of all the steelbooks of the real Ghostbusters animated series with the lenticular Slimer and all that. And this new one looks like it's still going to be good too. Now, me personally, maybe not as good as the original ones, just for nostalgia's sake, but who knows? That's not always the case. Sometimes I've seen things that are the newer version of it, or like either a remake or a continuation of something of an older franchise, and I end up liking that newer one more. Sometimes that happens, but I'm more than willing to give this one a chance. And from what I've seen so far, it looks funny and it keeps to the spirit of the Ghostbusters.
Okay, thanks. Super. So I'm just going to say that, like always, I'm with an open mind. So I won't, bash something just because everyone else are bashing it. And when I do like it, I do like it. So I just, prefer to go and see it. And like I said, the movie still could be a bad movie. I still could be like, oh, that was like total waste of time. We never know, but I'm not going to be like, oh, hate without turning my brain off completely and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to hate it because the old movie is a classic and I'm going to hate. Nope. I'm going to, pick everything up and think about every little thing and how this was and how that was and all that. So because that is what you have to be, have to look at things from above as much as possible so you can see everything and be objective as possible. So that is just my way of doing things, and just my opinion. Like one half is my opinion and the other is just just thinking about it and all that. So yeah, can't wait actually for the movie to come out to see how those actresses are together. Let me check. Just a second. Okay, so it's July 15.
Okay. That's not too long. We have Apocalypse to come out before then.
Oh yeah, like other movies even. So yeah, we have a lot of things to see before that. Okay, Sammy. So thank you very much for this hangout with me. We did like trailer reviews and everything, all at once.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yes, Miss. You mean?
Miss. I'm sorry.
Watch out there. Watch out for that man thing.
Sorry about that.
Okay. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Devon, and the Comic Book Defender that he watched. And yeah, till next time with Gary G Reviews with me, Gary, and with Falagar 570.
You got it. Yeah.
Bye bye.